Hello, everyone. Welcome to Durrett's Take. It's that time of the week where I go over my top 10 college football games of the week and my predictions for them. So let's get started with the biggest game of the week with 12 Oklahoma versus 3 Texas. The Red River rivalry, last time in the Big 12, as Big 12 members, by the way, is one of the best rivalry games in college football. And with both these teams being undefeated this year, it makes it even that much better. The Sooners have improved their defense from last year. They had a bad first half versus Iowa State last week, but otherwise, their defense has been very good. Now they get a legit test against a good Longhorns team because they haven't been tested that well to a degree. I don't think they can slow Texas down. So then the question becomes, can the Sooners offense, which has been good this season, play well against Texas defense? That's a maybe, but I do think the Longhorns defensive line will make a big difference as they get a couple crucial sacks or make or get some timely moments where they make a big play and it'll be enough to get the win. I have Texas winning 34-24. Number 2, you got 20 Kentucky versus number 1 Georgia. Georgia 14.5-point favorites. Kentucky has had good starts and good seasons, in recent years, but despite all that, they've never been able to be competitive with Georgia. Can this finally be the year? I think so. They have a good quarterback, check. They have a good run game, check. They have a good defense, check. All stuff they had before. But the difference is that Georgia's offense is not as consistent as they've been in years past, and they've been less explosive than in past years. Since Georgia's at home, while the Bulldogs may struggle at times, I do think, like last week against Auburn, quarterback Carson Beck will rely on his star tight end Brock Bowers and make the clutch plays necessary to win this game. I have Georgia winning 24-20. Number 3, you got 11 Alabama versus Texas A&M. Alabama 1-point favorites. This was Alabama quarterback Jalen Miller's first start last year, and it did not go well. But the defense bailed him out, and Alabama won that game, as we all know. Will that be the same story again this time? One thing that's interesting is both teams are good at stopping the run, and that's what both teams love to do is run the ball. So if neither can run the ball like they want, then it comes down to who will pass the ball better in this game. For me, Texas A&M quarterback Max Johnson is a very good veteran who has a lot of experience. The moment won't be too big for him. For Milroe, I need to see personally that he will not commit any turnovers and can pass the ball efficiently, unlike what he did against Texas in week 2. Also, an interesting note, Aggies head coach Jimbo Fisher could be coaching for his job here in all honesty, and we can go a long way to help him secure, another year as Aggies head coach. So I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but give me the Aggies to get the upset to knock Alabama out of playoff contention here. I have A&M winning at home 17-16. Number 4, you got 23 LSU versus 21 Missouri. LSU 4.5-point favorites. So LSU is now out of the playoff picture after just 5 weeks into the season, which a lot of people put them down as a playoff team. Now LSU can still win the SEC West. That's still in play, but with the way their defense is playing, that'll be hard to come by. While winning a division is questionable, I do think winning this game is doable. Missouri has only played one legit team so far, and they got lucky to win that game off a 61-yard field goal. I think while Missouri is undefeated and ranked, they are a flawed team. LSU can just outscore them with their star quarterback Jalen Daniels to get the win and avoid back-to-back losses. I have LSU winning 38-31. Number 5, you got 13 Washington State versus UCLA. UCLA 3.5-point favorites. UCLA true freshman quarterback Dante Moore did not perform well in his first big-time game against Utah 2 weeks ago, only scoring 7 points. However, that was on the road. Now he has a big game at home, and he's had a bye week to prepare this game. So we'll see if he can bounce back against a good Cougar team. For Washington State, congrats, on beating Wisconsin and Oregon State so far. But both those wins were at home. How will this team look on the road now is the question. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I think Chip Kelly will develop a good passing game plan for Dante Moore to get him comfortable early in this game at home, and they could hold on for the win. I have them winning 31-28. By the way, I wish this game wasn't on the stupid Pac-12 network, but oh well. Number 6, you got Maryland versus 4 Ohio State. Ohio State's favored by 20 points. No one has been talking about Maryland. The main reason why is because while they're undefeated, they haven't played anyone good. The problem for Maryland the past 2 years is, they've been good, but against the top dogs like Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State, they fall, despite sometimes not even being close. Can Maryland get over the hump this time? I don't think so. Ohio State's coming off a bye, which means extra time to prepare. And plus, the Buckeyes defense has been playing very well this year, and I think they can make big plays in the game to get the win. I have Ohio State winning 27-13. Number 7, you got 10 Notre Dame, 6.5-point favorites versus 25 Louisville. Louisville under new head coach Jeff Brom, who's come over from Purdue. He has his team 5-0 for the first time in a long time. They have a capable quarterback in Jake Plummer and a good run game. The bigger surprise is if you take out Week 1, the Louisville defense has been playing very well. That defense will have to carry a big load in this game. The Irish defense will limit the Louisville offense since they're that good. So the Irish on offense have been struggling over the past couple of weeks. I do think Louisville can keep this game interesting. But if you ask me which quarterback will make the clutch plays to win, I'm going to take Sam Hartman over Jake Plummer. I have Notre Dame winning 23-13. 8, you got Syracuse versus 14 North Carolina. North Carolina 8.5-point favorites. Syracuse do not have a good showing at home against Clemson last week. Now they have to go on the road and face another good team with good physicality and good run game. I think the Orange got exposed against Clemson. And while Syracuse will make a bowl game, I think they show, hey, they're not going to be the top of the ACC contenders. So the Tar Heels off a bye get the win this week. I have them winning 34-20. Number 9, you get UCF versus Kansas. Kansas 1.5-point favorites. This game has potential for it to be a shootout, even if UCF quarterback John Plumlee is still out with the injury. Backup Timmy McClain has proven he's been very good enough to get the job done. For Kansas, will quarterback Jalen Daniels be recovered from his back issues? Since the line for this game has come down, that could mean he's out again with his back spasms. If Daniel plays, Kansas wins automatically. If Jason Bean plays, a good backup himself, if he has to start again, I can see them losing this game. I think no matter who Kansas has a quarterback, I do think Jayhawks will eventually, as a good team effort, will get the job done and get the big win at home to get close to bowl eligibility for a second straight year. Have them winning 41-27. Last but not least, you got 24 Fresno State, 5.5-point favorites. Versus Wyoming. So that's right. You got a little group of 5 action here in my top 10. At this point, we're looking for who could be that group of 5 team to be in the New Year's Six bowl game. Tulane, if they win out, still has a shot. Other teams like Memphis and Marshall still have a chance. I think the winner of the Mountain West, though, will have the greatest chance, in my opinion. Fresno State already has 2 Power 5 wins, albeit against bad Power 5 teams, but they have been impressive in those wins. Wyoming beat Texas Tech, and they played Texas tough for 3 quarters. The winner of this game will have the inside track to win the conference, although Air Force, who's undefeated themselves, may have something to say about that. I think with this being at Wyoming, I think they can cause problems for a good Fresno State offense, and I think they can do what they did against Texas Tech. It may not look pretty, but I think they can grit out a way for a win here. I have them winning 24-23. So thank you very much for listening to my podcast today. Please subscribe to my channel and tell about me. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.